Inflation's bad. It's at its highest level in more than a dozen years. Will it be getting worse? What does the future look like? Is this a snapshot or is it the new reality? Peter Schiff is an economist, CEO of Euro Pacific Capital. We're happy to have him on tonight. Peter, where do you see this going, inflation?
Well, it's already actually getting worse because the year-over-year number is 5%. But if you annualize the last 3 months, it's 8% increase. But I think the back half of the year is going to be a lot worse than the front half because businesses have been somewhat reluctant to pass on their exploding costs to their customers. I think they've been hoping the Fed was right, but I think they're going to give up hope later in the year, and they're really going to start increasing prices at a much greater rate.
Do you see a way out of it?
Well, unfortunately, no. I mean, the Fed is pretending that it's transitory because they really have no ability to control it because it's the Fed that's creating it. You know, Every dollar of government spending has to be paid for. And right now, they're not taxing in spending, they're printing in spending. So every time you're paying higher prices, you're really paying higher taxes. And taxes, unfortunately, are going way up, especially on the middle class.
But that won't reduce inflation.
No, that is inflation. The government is causing inflation. That's where all the stimulus money is coming from. The reason the economy looks like it's growing is because the government has created inflation, which creates the illusion of economic growth. But the reality is the economy is not growing. And, you know, the CPI doesn't even come close to capturing the real extent to which prices are rising. You know, a lot of people point to the 1970s and all the inflation we had back then, but we had a totally different CPI in the 1970s. If we were using the 1970s CPI today, we would already be experiencing double-digit inflation.
Very hard to explain these concepts clearly, and I think you do a great job at that. Peter Schiff, I appreciate your coming on tonight. Thank you.
My pleasure.